Hello everyone, Devashree here. This is day 3 of my assignment. So let's quickly start with assignment. Now question number 1 is, what is the use of .pem file and why it is required? So basically we should know what is PEM. So PEM stands for Privacy Enhanced Mail, where it was basically invented to make email facility secure. But nowadays it is used as an internet security standard. So PEM stores SSL certificates where data is stored in base64 format. Here base64 format is nothing but just a binary representation. PEM is required to establish a secure connection. Now moving on to the second question. Why do we use Aws S3? Why can't we store file, images or static content on EC2 instance? So basically what is Aws S3? AWS stands for Amazon Web Service and S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, where it is an online storage facility where we can store and persist data. So AWS S3 can be used to store static files or textual data. On the other hand, EC2 instance is Elastic Compute Cloud. Uh, it is a it is a cloud computing environment which helps to run your or which helps to function which helps in functioning of the application in virtual machine. The data generated in EC2 is the data which is essential for the functioning of the application, and the memory which is used functions as RAM. Here RAM is a very costly resource and not a permanent memory. So it is not a good choice to store file, images or static content on EC2 instance or on the RAM. So this is the reason why don't we store file, images or static content on EC2 instance. Now moving to the third question, that is, what are non-relational database? What is the major difference between relational DB versus NoSQL? So relational DB stores data in tabular and normalized, completely in tabular and normalized format. On the other hand, NoSQL database do not enforces you to follow the same format, but it can be achieved through the proper design consideration. On the some of the storage implementation like formats are like documents. So document model, it can use document model to store data, but like some of the formats are like graph database, which is not completely possible or simply not possible in the SQL database. So basic difference between relational DB versus NoSQL is the information or the format of what they how they store the data, right? So this is the basic difference between the relational DB and NoSQL. Now moving on to the fourth and last question. How do we decide whether we should use relational DB database or NoSQL DB? So relational DB or database can be scaled vertically, which means just adding more computing power and more memory for in the single instance on a single instance. However, on the other hand, NoSQL DB can be scaled horizontally as well, where each instance can run on completely different machines, but the basic properties of database would be maintained. So considering the above mentioned choices, we can select or we can choose to go, we can decide whether to go for relational DB or NoSQL DB. Thank you.